Hello and welcome to Get Certified QuickBooks Online Accountant Certification Training. I'm your host for today, Nadine Augustine. I'm a QuickBooks advisor, a part of the Intuit Trainer Writer Network. I'm the co-founder of Ecom Accountants, which is an accounting firm in South Africa, and I'm a registered business accountant. So today I'm going to be showing you all about the QuickBooks Online Accountant Edition and get you certified. So you're going to be completely comfortable with using the software. So before we get started, these are some additional resources which you can look at. So it's the QuickBooks Accountant training page. It's Firm of the Future blog. It really has amazing content on it. And then you've obviously got the Intuit Marketing Hub, which has a lot of different marketing documents and resources for you. So we're going to look at the agenda today. It's very quick. We're going to look at the key features of QuickBooks Online Accountant. So in Module 1, we're going to look at getting started in QuickBooks Online Accountant. Module 2 is your client's QuickBooks Online. And Module 3 is bringing clients into your QuickBooks Online Accountant version. So we're going to get started with Introduction to QuickBooks Online for Accountants. And our first module is Getting Started in QuickBooks Online Accountant. So firstly, we want to say welcome to QuickBooks. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand Intuit's journey into the cloud accounting marketplace, recognize where QuickBooks Online sits in Intuit's product suite, and learn how QuickBooks Online Accountant works with apps and the ecosystem. So we're now going to have a quick introduction video on what is Intuit.
More than 30 years ago, Scott Cook, our founder, was sitting at his kitchen table while his wife struggled to balance their household finances. It was at this very moment when he thought, there must be a better way to manage this information. That's when a company called Intuit was born. Since then, we've set out to improve our customers' financial lives. Today, we're a 30-year-old startup with more than 8,000 employees worldwide, all of whom are driven by innovation and creation as we look for new ways to change our world and provide a better quality of life for our customers. So how do we achieve this? As the world continues to evolve, so does our business. We invent new solutions, like our ProConnect brand portfolio and QuickBooks, that tackle important tasks. Let's take a closer look at QuickBooks Online, the world's #1 accounting solution for small businesses, with millions of users around the globe. QuickBooks Online removes mundane manual processes and delivers real-time business insights on your cash flow, allowing you to run your organization at any time, anywhere, and on any device. With QuickBooks Online Accountant, you can access all your clients' data in one place and collaborate with them around the clock in real time without compromising security. This means less time spent sourcing your clients' data and more time acting as a trusted advisor. QuickBooks Online is more than a simple accounting program. It's a platform that offers an ecosystem of applications that you and your clients can use to build the perfect accounting solution, benefiting from additional functionality, reduced data entry, streamlined workflow processes, and enhanced security. QuickBooks Online focused on customer-driven innovation before being designed to delight. That's why that very kitchen table takes pride of place in our head office today, a reminder of our company's culture and to reinforce our mission, powering prosperity around the world.
Okay, so that was a really lovely video. So to get started in it, we're going to look at the QuickBooks Online family. So you really have 3 subscription models. You've got the Simple Start, which is really great for new service-based businesses just starting out. So it's going to support your accounts receivable, your accounts payable, and your sales taxes. And you're going to have access to employees as well, and any financial reporting that you may need. You've also got your Essentials. So this is also perfect for service-based businesses who invoice for time. So again, this is going to cover your accounts receivable and your accounts payable, and obviously your sales tax, all that, and financial reporting. And then we've got the the largest package, which is your Plus package. And this is ideal for product-based businesses with inventory they want to track or require advanced reporting and profitability tracking. It's also if you do need more clients or more users, you're going to need to use the Plus version. So really dig into each of the subscription models to see which is going to be the best for your client. We are going to discuss this a little bit later on in the session. So next up, we're going to look at the QuickBooks Online ecosystem. And this is where you're going to find everything apps. So whatever add-on app you're looking for, this is where you're going to find it. So all you're going to go to is apps.com, and it's going to take you to the QuickBooks Marketplace, where you're going to find any app that you would like to integrate. So the benefits of apps. So we have the opportunity to build a customized accounting solution for our clients using the built-in features and adding apps from the QuickBooks Online App Center or apps.com. So one of the main benefits of apps is reducing data entry. So some apps automatically collect and input data, reducing manual entry errors and eliminating inefficiencies caused when entering data into multiple programs. It's also going to solve industry-specific tasks. So specialized apps solve for industry and client-specific pain points, such as Salesforce management, estimations, job costing, even inventory management. You're also going to have streamlined workflow processes by having an app add-on. So these apps can offer robust features that optimize common business processes like inventory management, shipping, and e-commerce, or even field service management. We've also got expanding business insights by using apps. So there's customizable reporting apps that offer user-friendly dashboards and graphics that improve visibility into performance metrics and provide deeper business insights. And lastly, you have the security and or the separation of duties. So if you only want certain staff to use the apps and certain staff to use QuickBooks Online, you have the ability to do so. And that's a great way to manage the security and the separation of duties. And that is the benefit of apps. They really have they play a great role in the accounting business ecosystem. So welcome to the Intuit family. So today's journey is all about becoming a cloud practice, discovering what your path looks like, and how to reach your goals. So if you're ready to get onto your QuickBooks Online accountant version, you're going to look to getting a free account. So you're going to sign up free at quickbooks.intuit.com/accountant. Then you're going to click the sign up button. So getting a free account was never that easy. So you're going to say, I'm new to QuickBooks Online Accountant, and you're going to put in your details, your email address, your first name, your last name, your phone number, and your password. If you already have an Intuit account, let's say you are using the international version, you're just going to click sign in, and then you're going to put in your sign-in credentials. Okay, now on to lesson 2, navigating your QuickBooks Online Accountant version. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to manage your clients in your practice all in one place, recognize the main features of QuickBooks Online Accountant, and how to access clients, QuickBooks Online, and the accountant tools. You're also going to understand how to navigate to a client's company from QuickBooks Online Accountant. So this is a quick snapshot of the QuickBooks Online Accountant dashboard. So this dashboard gives you central access to your client's QuickBooks Online companies. Once you log in, you'll see the client dashboard. It is this key area that you'll find the engine of the QuickBooks Online Accountant key features for managing your practice and your firm's books, and special accountant-only tools inside your client's QuickBooks Online companies. So depending on the role and responsibilities your firm has assigned to you, you may be able to manage parts of the practice, and you may or have only limited access to certain clients' QuickBooks Online files. So if you are watching as a team member in a big firm, you will maybe have access to certain clients or certain roles on these clients. So we're going to explore QuickBooks Online Accountant a little bit. So we're going to start with point 1, and that's obviously your team. So this is where you're going to manage all your team. You're going to add new team members. You can remove team members and change their user privileges. Number 2 is your overview screen. So this is going to show you, and that's in your books. So that's basically a way to look at your books in an overview matter. So QuickBooks Online Accountant gives you a free platform to run your accounting. Number 3, you can see the overview and bookkeeping. So what this is, overview is basically all your clients. You've got your books review. You can also activate showing the email and phone numbers, and you can see who was the lead to sign up this client. This is where you can also edit the client and you can manage their subscriptions. In bookkeeping, you're going to see what has been done, what still needs to be done, and if there is any errors. Number 4, we've got the search bar. The search bar is an amazing tool. You basically can search anything you want at any time. And then obviously we've got the gear icon, which is at number 6. That is where you can have all of your settings and also add a new client. Number 5, if we look at it, is your practice, and that's where you manage your team, your clients, your training, your work, and your apps. And we're going to dig into each of them a little bit later. So to explore QuickBooks Online Accountant, we're going to start with your practice. So this area contains links to areas that are designed to support your practice activities. Here you can find links to view your list of client companies, see the team section where your practice members are listed, and this has great tips and tricks, especially in the training section. So the training section is also going to have all of your certification, and you're going to be able to see which team members are also certified. You're also going to have access to the work tab where you can create projects and tasks, and there's a link to the apps section as well, where you can support all your clients with their different apps. So next, we're going to look at your books. So in this area, you'll find everything you need to run your firm books. This is the firm's QuickBooks online company to use for your bookkeeping. So not all QuickBooks Online Accountant firm team users have access to the firm books, because this could be just for the owner or the manager. But if you do have access, you can dive in and see your expenses, your sale dashboard, or any reports that you would need. So this is basically exactly like a normal QuickBooks Online account. It is just built into your accounting platform. Number 3, we've got your client switcher, and this is an amazing tool. This is where you'll find links that will take you to your client's QuickBooks Online accounts. So you can select the client you want to view, and you'll jump right into their QuickBooks Online company, landing on their dashboard. So the client switcher stays with you on any type of QuickBooks Online company you're in. And if you want to jump to any client, you don't have to go back to the QuickBooks Online Accountant version and then switch to a client. You're just going to switch simply from the client switcher. Next, we've got the search tab. And if you need to find something in a hurry, just use the search box to find what you need. This search box searches your books area, but if you want to search something in your client, you're going to switch to your client, and the search box is also going to be available for you. Just remember that you also have an advanced search where you can search something specific to get to something you really need, which is more detailed. So now we have the new tab, and the new tab is all about creating something in your QuickBooks Online books. So you've got obviously your invoice, your customer, your expense, your bill. So this is everything related to your QuickBooks Online books. And this button is also there on any QuickBooks Online company. If you look at the gear icon has everything to do with your subscription and billing, your team. You can access a sample company, and you have the normal data which happens in your books as well. So here you can also merge duplicate clients, and that's quite a nice feature. And you can also transfer clients. So if you have a client that's moving to another accountant, this is where you'd handle that. So this is your client list. At the heart of your QuickBooks Online accountant home screen is the client list. To access your client's QuickBooks Online company, select the QB icon next to your client's name. You can also find a summary of information about the activity. So you're going to be able to see any alerts or banking download status. You're going to see who's the lead accountant. So there's a lot of information on the screen. So if you do click on the name, it's going to drill down a little bit more information. But if you do want to go directly to their QuickBooks Online account, you can do so by clicking that QB logo. And if you see some clients that don't have a QB logo, that means that they're not connected to a QuickBooks Online company, but they are still your clients. So just remember that you can also use the Find a Client search box if you do need to search something, and there is also a filter option. So this is what happens when you click on the name of the client, not the QB logo. It's going to have some notes that you're able to add. You can email your client, you can phone your client, you can also edit the details of your client. So this is a nice place to manage all of your client contact and communication. So if we go to the right-hand side of the screen, you've got your Create or Add a Client button. So the Add a Client button is exactly what it means. This means you want to add a new client to your QuickBooks Online accountant version. So you can either add one without a subscription or with a subscription. Okay, now we are on module 2, your client's QuickBooks Online. And we're going to start off with workflows. So workflows is really something that's going to help you run your business, and it's all to do with your client's QuickBooks Online accounts. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to learn the key tasks business owners and bookkeepers need to take on a weekly, monthly, or annual basis. You're also going to recognize the accounting workflow for small businesses, understand the difference between cash basis and accrual basis accounting, and identify the stages in the end-to-end accounting lifecycle. So these are the importance of accounting workflows. So you've obviously got your data consistency. There's no guessing, so you never know what you need to do when. There's planned processes. You're going to eliminate cleanup, and you've got reliable information. So workflows is really, really important in growing a business and actually running it. So with workflows, QuickBooks Online Accountant has this amazing work tab. And if you go into it, you can see the overview of this work tab. So here I've got it in a calendar view, which is in a weekly, next week, and today. And it's only for clients, and it's only linked to work that I have to do. So you can see here that today I've got a lot of work to do. Next week there's some, and it will show you the urgency of the tasks as well. So creating a project is very simple. You're going to go to create a project on the right-hand side, and it's going to pop up with the screen. So you can ask it to show you tips. You can also create project templates, which is going to help you when you're building different projects for different clients. You're going to be able to add your project name, for which client it is, the due date of this task, whether it's a repeating task. You're going to assign it to someone, and then you also have details about this project. So in a project, you can also add tasks. So let's say we're doing monthly bookkeeping, but the tasks that make up monthly bookkeeping is collecting bank data, maybe doing the receipts and capturing all of the receipts into QuickBooks Online. And those are your steps. And then obviously maybe there's one for reviewing, and that's linked to an accountant. And when you're done with all of those steps, you can click on Save. You also have the option to create a request. So this is for a specific client. You can maybe say, I need bank statements for this period. You put a due date and you put a message, and you're going to share it with the client. So your client can see this request, and they can actually respond in QuickBooks Online. So lesson 2 is all about navigating your client's QuickBooks Online. So by the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to recognize how to navigate your client's QuickBooks Online company. So again, you're going to go to your client switcher or click on the QB icons on your client screen. And you're going to select a client you wish to use. Okay, so navigating around a client company is very easy once you know how. Everything has been designed to help you and save time, and there are different routes to get the same information via links, search results, and distinct areas where transactions like sales and expenses all live together. So in this certification, we're not going to dig into the different sales centers and the banking because that was obviously covered in the QuickBooks Online certification. But this is basically the exact same, it's just lying in your accountant version. And now we're going to jump into a quick product demo where I'm just going to show you everything that I've mentioned so you feel a little bit more comfortable with the system. So as you can see, I'm here on my client screen, and this is where I have all of my clients with some connection errors. I've got 21 unaccepted transactions here, and these are clients that actually have QuickBooks Online accounts, and you can actually see which QuickBooks Online accounts they have. So some are on Essentials, for example. We've got some on the Plus version. So this gives you a good indication. And here we've got your client switcher. So if I do want to jump into a client file, we simply do that. And you're into your client books. You'll now see that you still got your accountant version at the top, but you're now in your your client's books. So I'm going to jump back to my accountant version. You can see here we've got our team, we've got our training center, we've got our work tabs, and we've obviously got our apps. So here you can see find apps, client apps, and firm apps. And this is where you've got your books. So this is everything regarding your firm's books. So if I go, let's say, to add client, this is going to give me the ability to add a new client. So you can choose between business or individual. And you've got your different subscription levels and which team members you want to have access. So if we go to the bookkeeping tab, this is where you can find all of your clients and where you can start your books review process. So if we go to our work tab, it's going to want me to create a sample workflow. We're going to choose a client. And as you can see, I've got quite a lot of work to get through. And really what's nice is you can go and say it's in progress, it's done, or it's canceled. You can filter for different clients. You can see which employees' work you want to view, and you can select different types of work. So if we go to create project, you've got your project template. So I've got a few, got daily bookkeeping, payroll, monthly bookkeeping, and VAT submissions. You can put a project name, choose your client, a due date, and you can repeat it. So if you do repeat it, you've got your monthly, you've got which date needs to be repeated, and if it ends. And adding a task is also very simple. You put your task name in, your due date, and you can assign it to a certain person. So client requests are also very similar. You can select a client, put your description of what your request is, the due date, and you can add details to your request. You can also add documents, and you can notify the client so they know that they've got something to send you. So managing your templates are also here. This is where you can manage all of your different templates, so you don't have to go and create them every single time. And there are different views in which you can view them. So this is the block view, then you've got the list view, and you've got your calendar view. So it all depends on what you want to see and how you want to see it. And that's just a little bit about the overview of QuickBooks Online Accountant. Okay, so if we look at options in the left navigation bar, so we're just going to go a little bit more into your QuickBooks Online account. And this you can see is we are in a client's QuickBooks Online account at the moment. So what you're going to do and how you know you're in a client's QuickBooks Online account, you actually can see their name at the top. So this navigation bar where it says overview, month-end review, dashboard, banking, allows you to access areas by business function, such as sales, expenses, and workers. And within these centers, you'll often see multiple tabs, allowing you to view transactions as well as lists. You're also going to have the banking center, which will show you transactions downloaded from connected financial institutions, giving you a quick way to enter or match transactions into QuickBooks. You also can access the reports and tax centers from the left-hand navigation bar, and you can go to your client's chart of accounts via the accounting tab, or you can link another accountant. So another favorite of mine is the accountant toolbox. So here you're going to see a quick link, so you can either access chart of accounts, do journal entries, you could reconcile different accounts, you can view reports, you can view voided and deleted transactions, you can close the books, meaning that you don't want a client to access it without a password. You can also open a new window, and in your tools, you've got the reclassify transactions, meaning that you can quickly go and clean up books and review them. You've got different report options, and then you've got a function to write off invoices. And this is only on your accountant version. You're not going to see this if a client just has their own QuickBooks Online profile that is not linked to you. We've got the new tab. So this new tab is exactly the same. You're now sitting in a client and you're going to click new, and it's everything that you'd be able to do on a normal QuickBooks Online account. You've also got the gear menu, so that's exactly the same. This is where you can switch your company. You can switch to a business view or accountant view, and you can do anything settings related here. So this is where you can switch between a business view and an accountant view. So they have two different views. So normally accountants look at things a little bit different, and business owners do. So here we've got the accountant versus your business view. So a lot of clients want to see things in a business view, and accountants want to see things in an accountant view. So you can see some of the terminology is different, like we've got getting paid and get paid instead of invoicing. We've got bookkeeping instead of banking. So this is a few terminology changes, and you can find this change in your gear icon. So next we're going to look at the mobile app. So about the QuickBooks Online mobile app. QuickBooks Online mobile app facts. So it's free with any paid subscription of QuickBooks Online, available for iOS or Android devices. It instantly updates QuickBooks Online. So whatever you do on the app, you're going to see on the cloud version and vice versa. And it has the same level of security as the browser version. So we're going to quickly watch a little video on the mobile app.
Get more done with instant access to your QuickBooks information right on your mobile device. You can email invoices, receive payments, reconcile online banking transactions, and a whole lot more. It's available for iOS and Android devices, which work the same basic way. In this video, we'll use the iOS version. To get the mobile app, just open the App Store on your mobile device, search for QuickBooks Online, and download the app. Sign in with your QuickBooks user ID and password. First, you'll see your company activity screen that lists all your activities, which includes everything you've done on your computer. To start a new activity, tap this plus. The menu gives you quick access to company contacts, transactions, reports, help, and settings. Tap Customers to see your customer list. Tap a customer's name to see all of their activities. It's easy to see if the customer owes you money. And because you're on a mobile device, you can tap to call or email them. Or, if you're going to visit them, tap the pin to see a map with step-by-step directions so you can pick up their payment. You can also see your customer's contact details. It's always easy to get back to the menu. Just tap the back button. QuickBooks makes it easy to keep track of your expenses. Just snap a photo of the receipt and capture your expense on the spot. Now your receipt is attached to the transaction in QuickBooks, so you're ready for tax time. You can also check your profit and loss report to see how your business is doing. Now it's your turn. Download QuickBooks Online from the App Store and explore for yourself.
So a little bit about the mobile app. So you obviously got your dashboard, you've got your dashboard shortcuts, you've got any new shortcuts, you've got your all menu, you've got your list pages and your forms. So this is a little bit about the little screenshots of the mobile app. So it's a great tool to use. You as an accountant can switch between all your different clients. So it's easy to help them on the go. So then we're going to look at the different subscription levels in QuickBooks Online Accountant. And this is all in module 3, which is bringing clients to your QuickBooks Online Accountant version. So we did speak on the different subscription levels a little bit earlier, but just to touch on it again, Simple starts really for the sole proprietor. It's got full general ledger functionality and accounts receivable. So if you do have multiple sources of income, it's great to use. And you do have the ability to only have one user and 2 accountants. So Essentials is a growing business. You get to manage your accounts payable and receivables. There's recurring transactions, there's time tracking, there's multi-currency, and it's obviously there for 3 users and 2 accountants. And then we've got the Plus version, which has your budgets and advanced reports. You get to track multiple revenue streams with classes and location. You have your tracking of inventory and your project profitability, and you get the more users on this one as well. So now we're going to look at adding clients to your QuickBooks Online Accountant version. And this is very simple. So you're going to go to add a client in QuickBooks Online. Your client is going to receive an email inviting them. Your client's going to open that. You're going to open that client in QuickBooks Online Accountant and complete the new client setup wizard, and then you're ready to go with onboarding them. So when you add a new client by invitation, the invitation is going to be from the accountant version. It's going to be inside QuickBooks Online. You're going to receive an email, and you're going to select the accept the invitation button, and then you're going to enter your QuickBooks Online Accountant sign-in information. So basically, that will mean as if a client is inviting you to be their accountant, and you are not adding them yourself. Then we're just going to dig in a little bit deeper on adding new clients. So here you've got your business name that you have to fill out, and this is on add a client screen. You've got the email, which is a required field, and the business name. You've got a display name and their mobile number, and again, you can add your team access. So you can do this for either an individual or business. So the team access is important. You can add all or one. And then you obviously have your subscriptions. So I'm just going to go back. So your subscriptions is either if you've got a wholesale discount, you're going to bill the client, or if there's no subscription at all, and you can select which one works for your client. Then again, it's accessing those client subscriptions. So you're going to have the left-hand side, you're going to click on the QB button if they are on QuickBooks Online, or you can just access the client for their information. So this is the basic setup for a new company wizard. So it's going to ask you, who are you, or what kind of business, and what do you want to do in QuickBooks Online? So this just guides the software on what you're looking to do. Now we've got a little bit of boosting your efficiency using QuickBooks Online Accountant. So this is a really nice feature. So this is the multiple browser windows. So for Windows, you're going to right-click the browser tab and choose duplicate. And in Mac, you're going to command-click browser tab and choose duplicate. So this just means that you have 2 views of your QuickBooks Online, just in case you want to do things in different tabs. And Intuit does recommend using Google Chrome for the best browser experience. So this is called bookmarks, and it's when you're using Google Chrome. So you're going to use the bookmarks feature to save your favorite screen. So if you're on the invoice screen, for example, you're just going to go and star it to save the tab for future use. So you don't have to log in and come back in. This can be used very well and used across all multiple client companies. So if you edit the save bookmark and remove the service reference number from the URL, it's going to be able to go to any type of invoice. Then you're going to clear your cache and cookies. So this is a good tool to use just to speed up your processing on Google Chrome and just gets everything moving a little bit quicker. So you can also add a user on Google Chrome, and this is obviously if you want a specific user to use Google Chrome and to use QuickBooks Online. So let's say you've got certain things starred, but another user would use your laptop. You don't want them to have those things available. So this is a great way to do so. And this is a really important thing to look at is your company ID and keyboard shortcuts. So from any screen in QuickBooks Online, you're going to hold the Control, Alt, and question mark, and it's going to open the screenshot, and you need to copy that company ID. So what that does is if you have any support queries, that you're going to use that company ID so they know where to look. And these are just some shortcuts that you can use to quickly access things in your QuickBooks Online accountant version. And now we're going to look at continuing your journey, and this is the last section in Module 3. So if we look at the QuickBooks Online course certification, what are you going to expect? So this is a self-paced training, and it includes 8 modules and should take about 6.5 hours to complete. The webinars are presented multiple times, so you can register at QB training events or you can watch it on demand. And the exam takes about 2 hours to complete, consists of 6 sections and is multiple choice. So you get a score of 80% or higher. So this is the actual online QuickBooks Online certification. It's not the accountant one. And you're going to be able to access all your training in the training tab. And where do you go from here? So start a conversation with 1 to 2 clients, switch to QuickBooks Online, set up your QuickBooks Online accountant and your books, set goals to convert clients with definitive dates, and set targets to be QuickBooks certified, not just you, but your whole firm. And at the end, grow your practice. I know this was a really punchy, short session, and I hope everything sunk in. And thank you so much for listening.